Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn how to make publication ready graphs on mobile, data visualization on mobile phone using R. For this we have to follow following steps. The first step is to get R compiler installed on your phone from Play Store. Second step is upgrade R compiler to paid version. Third step is install package ggplot2 on your phone, and fourth step is to start coding for the graph. Now we will move to Play Store, and in Play Store type the search command R compiler, R programming compiler. The first result is R programming compiler by Kappa Smart. That is our compiler we want to install. Click it. I have it installed on my phone, therefore that install button is not there. On your phone that install button will be there. Click that install button, wait for the package to get installed, and when it gets installed, open it. R compiler will open. When R compiler opens, this will be the starting screen of R compiler. Go to this menu, and in menu look for the upgrade button. Upgrade button will be there. I have upgraded it to paid version, therefore upgrade button is not there in my menu, but on your phone that upgrade version will be there. Click upgrade. It will ask for you to transaction to pay the money cost of that compiler upgraded version. Pay that money and your version will get upgraded. And to look for the sign up upgraded, this graph will be there at the right bottom. A graph symbol will be there. Click that graph symbol and it shall open. Okay, the pie chart is there. This is the indication that your version got paid. In free version you don't have the facility to see your graphs, and you don't have the facility to install packages also. And now go again to menu to install package ggplot2. This screen will open. Here type name of the package, and the package we want to install is ggplot2, a very popular package for graph plotting. Done, and click install. It will show you the message that package installation, this package and its dependencies are being installed or already installed. Now we'll test whether those have got installed or not. Now we'll go to menu again and we'll click new, and here the dialog box will be there. In that we'll type name of the file which we are going to write, that is scatter plot, because in this session we are going to plot scatter plot as an example of graph plotting. Done, and this screen will open. Scatter plot script window will open. Here I will type name of the library ggplot2, because this library will provide us function to plot graphs, ggplot2. And if our ggplot2 has got installed properly, then error will not be there. When I click the run button, it shows the console, and in console no error is there. Okay. Now I will start coding. Here we want to use a database. ggplot2 use database in the form of data frame. Here we are going to use data frame iris, and to see what is there in iris, to have a glimpse of that iris data set, I am using this function head, and within the parenthesis after head I will write name of the dataset iris. Now it is showing me the result in console that iris has 5 variables: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and species. 4 variables and numeric variables, and in species character variable is there, and setosa is the name. We want to know more about it, therefore we will use the function structure, and these are the common functions to be used for data frames. To know more about data frames, and in structure I will write the name of the data frame iris, and it is showing me that it's a data frame of 150 observations of 5 variables. 4 variables are sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, those are numeric variables, and fourth variable species is the factor variable with 3 levels: setosa, versicolor, and third I don't know. Therefore to know more about third, we'll type another function, that is summary, and make sure that your spellings are correct. and you don't have any space between parenthesis and your function name. In summary, I will write name of the data set and I will click it. Okay, summary is there, and in spaces Setosa 50 observations are there, versicolor 50 observations are there, and Virginica 50 observations are there. Please remember that iris is a flower, and this iris plant has 3 species, Setosa, versicolor and Virginica, and the person who collected this data collected 150 observations of observations on 150 flowers, and all those observations he collected for 5 variables. And those 5 variables are sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. And now we will plot this data, and for that first function, very important one, which will provide us the plot, that is ggplot, and its first argument is the data. Data is equal to, it's not required to write this data is equal to, but I am writing it, iris. And then you have to write mapping is equal to, again this mapping is not required to write explicitly, but I am writing it because we are doing it first time. And after mapping is equal to, I am writing this AES. AES is aesthetics. In aesthetics we are providing the variables which we are going to map on the plot, and here in mapping I will write x is equal to sepal length dot length, then y is equal to petal dot length. The uppercase lowercase shall be correct, and this x and y are not required to type explicitly, therefore I have removed that, and we will click the run button. And when we press the run button, we will have this information with us. Our results of head and structure or summary functions are there, and when we click this graph button, we will see the empty plot. That petal length is there, then our x-axis sepal length is there. Petal length axis has the tick marks also, that 0, 2, 4 and 6, and sepal length also has that axis, x-axis also has the labels 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. But data points are not plotted because we haven't provided it necessary information that which plot we want there. Here we want the scatter plot, therefore we will use this geom. Geom is for geometric object, geom point, and we'll click that. That parenthesis shall be there. And when we click the generate button, and when we click this graph to see the graph is there. Okay. And here the points are there as solid filled circles. Okay. Now we want to know because here we know that petal length is positively correlated with sepal length. As sepal length goes on increasing, petal length is also increasing, but we want to know what is happening around the species variable. For that, here in the ggplot function, at the end after petal length, our x and y axis will map it to a color attribute, and will map variable species to color attribute because species is a categorical variable and 3 species are there, therefore we shall have 3 colors. And when we click generate button and when we click the graph button, a proper graph is there. These 3 species observations have got separated by the color. Setosa has the red filled circle. This is Setosa is here at the bottom of the plot because Setosa flowers are very small, and Virginica is a blue one, and very large Virginica flowers are there because petal length is very large and sepal length is very large, and then Virginica is in between. Okay. We want to know what type of relationship is there of petal length with the sepal length. Therefore, we will plot the trend line or ab line here, and that will draw using the function geomsmooth. Just one line of code, and we will change the graph fully. Here we want to have function geomsmooth, smooth and complete the parenthesis. And when we click it, it will show us the smooth also. These three smooths are there. This relationship is not quite linear, but linear trends are there. Now we will add another one, that is the titles for the plot. But remember here that when we are going to add a layer to plot, we are using this add symbol or plus symbol. Here we will add labels to the plot, that is labs, and title. I will add title only, but you may add for okay, we will add that. Here we will add some very little one, that is flower, and we will add x-axis label also. X is equal to, we'll add sepal only, that inverted code complete. Then Y label. We can have caption also. Here in Y label petal we are going to write that it's petal length, but to save time I am not going to write that. And I'll complete that plus. Okay, now remove the plus, generate it, and see the graph. Okay. Labels are there, the petal label is there. It shall be petal length, but we save the time, sepal length, and legend is also there to show these three. And this main title is also there, that is flower. You can have subtitle also in the labs. Subtitle caption can be there in the labs. Now we will change the graph by adding theme. That is theme underscore black and white. Earlier we have the theme where background was gray, but in this theme background will be black and white. Background is black and white, and this is quite a good graph, but I like the classic theme, therefore I will change the black and white to classic, and a very classic graph will be there. Very classic graph is there. Look at the graph. A classic graph is there. This graph can be shared, and here various share options are there. I can copy it to required folders also by clicking this copy button, and this internal storage I can copy it to any of the folder where I want to keep that graph, but I will not go for that. We can share that on other social media platforms also. We can save to drive, or we can send it for printer also. Okay, now we'll move back, and this is all for the graph for scatter plot. If you like the video, then subscribe to my channel. Please press like button, because your likes will bring my video on top of the search results. Then you can share this video with your friends also. Thank you for watching the video. In our next lecture we will go for other plots.